In this video, I'm simply going to be showing you how you can take your lighting from something that looks like this to something that looks like this that you're looking at right now. In fact, this is how I record some of my videos. I've been using this key light for some time now, and this is the Tolifo PL. PL just stands for palm light because it's very portable. So this is the Tolifo PL 100 RGB light, and it's the one that you are looking at right now. Just to give you a quick comparison of how my set would look, this is how it would look if I was to just come into the room and turn on the lights that are built into the room without doing any additions. So you can see how it looks pretty plain, and at the same time when I record like this, my camera has a hard time trying to focus. And if I was to just turn off all the lights in the room that I record my videos in, this is the video that you're seeing. You can see it looks pretty dark, but then when I switch to the wider angle, which is the iPhone on the other side, you get to see a little bit of light peeking through, but you can tell from the aero video that this is very much undoable. And now this is how the set would look if I was to set it up the way I'm going to show you using this key light that I have right here, and a few background lights and a little fill light that's pretty much very affordable. First thing that's advisable if you're trying to record a video that looks like this, where you are simply just looking straight into the camera and recording, is to begin in a dark room or environment. So let's go ahead and switch off all the lights and begin from scratch. Now we are going to go ahead and set up our main or major light, which is the key light, and it's the one that I'm highlighting in this video. So we'll go on and switch our Tolifo PL 100 RGB light on, and you can see already it looks much better than what we were looking at when it was in the dark. And so if you don't have like a key light like this is pretty much on the affordable side. It's one of the most portable ones. So this is our key light. It's RGB, and we have the ability to adjust temperature. I'll go into that pretty soon. And after you have a key light, if you don't have budget for it, you can always try and use like the sunlight, but then you'll be limited as to your flexibility and when you can record. So this is how it looks if I was to just turn on my key light, and if I go on the wider angle right there, you can see how this looks. This looks more washed out because that is my iPhone that you see right there. But if I switch to my Sony camera, this is how our key light looks. Now obviously I don't have my key light in front of me, that's why you see that this side of my face is lighter as compared to this side, because the side where the light is this side, and on this end I have a shadow that you can see right there. But if I was to go ahead and turn on my very cheap ring light that came with the rig that basically holds all my cameras in place. So this ring light is for free, it came with the rig, and ring lights such as this size can be found for about 10 bucks on Amazon, or even on Facebook Marketplace you can always find something cheap. So if I go ahead and turn on my ring light, you can see it adds this fill light, and if I was to go to my main aero camera, it doesn't look as dark as before. So this is our key light, the Tolifo PL 100, and the very cheap ring light that we are using to fill this part of my face. Even though the video looks much better than just using the in-house built-in lights, and it definitely looks better than plain dark mode, you can see in the background it's kind of plain. So I do have some lights that I use in the background just to give it a little bit of color. And because I work on a budget, this is the lights that I have. So I have two of these in the backgrounds. These are the Govee RGB floor lamps, and I believe these are like 60 bucks Canadian, which is like maybe 50 US dollars, somewhere about there. And I have one of each in the corner, so you can see one there and you can see another one this side, and I can control them with my phone. So I'll quickly go and turn this on, and that's the red one. And if I turn on the blue one, boom, you can see how our set looks, and already this looks pretty good. If you wanna go overkill, I have this light here. This is like my hair light. You can always, you know, use it, or if it's not your sort of style, you can switch it off. So this is how it would look if I had my main key light, I had my fill light, and I have a little bit of two background fill lights. And the main light that we want to talk about is this Tolifo PL 100 light. If you're buying it brand new, this is how the box looks like. You can see all the different angles and it has different FX modes, and you can see the contents of the box. Now, once you open it up, you come up to a pretty portable and hard case shell bag that has some limited warranty cards that it will tell you about, and it has the manual for the light as well. And at the same time, once you go through the manual, it will guide you on how to set it up, change different effects and color modes. Because this light is able to be controlled by your smartphone, the next thing that you're going to see is how to download the Link Light app, and it has a QR code that you can scan and basically be able to download. And after that, you get a USB-C to USB-C cable that you can use to charge this light. And yes, it does have a battery. And then the next thing that comes in the box is this stand that you see here that basically attaches to the light and goes on a stand. This is the light itself that you're seeing, and yes, it comes with a little plastic covering. If you want to peel it off and then have it look all brand new, you can peel it off, but it has some pretty nice looking buttons that you can see. So at the back we have like buttons that enable you to be able to control it, and it also comes with this silicone soft diffuser that goes in front of this funnel that you're seeing in order to have the light soften and not too harsh. And once you are ready to connect it, the funnel basically just connects to the front of the light, and it won't come off easily because in order to take it off, you have this switch that you have to pull in, and then that's when you can twist and remove it, so it won't fall out accidentally. And then underneath the light, that's where you have the connection where the handle that connects to a stand goes to, and it attaches to the light. Of course, this is the results of this Tolifo PL or Palm Light 100 watt RGB light that you're looking at. If I was just to switch it off, just to show you how it would look, this is how it would look if I was to turn off my key light. So you can see the importance of this light in my set right now. And if I was to turn it on, you can see we are back to how we were looking. And so let me quickly show you some of the functions of this light. This is the size of my hand right here, and you can see how easy I can grab this light. And if I was to just lift it up, it's very light and very portable. This comes with a built-in battery, 14.8 volt, 4500 milliamp hour battery that can provide about 66 minutes of usage in normal mode or 45 minutes in enhanced mode. And of course, it has the application controller that I'll highlight, and the dimension of this light are 5.7 by 3.39 by 3.94. Looking at the controls right here, in order for you to turn it on, you have to press and hold the power button like this, and you can see it turns on, and it shows you what the last percentage of brightness was set at, and at the same time it shows you what's your battery percentage. So you can see it's still full, even though I just recorded like a whole 35-minute video on it, and I'm still continuing, but now I've switched to another light just so that I can demonstrate this. And of course, you can see when you change the dimmer right here, it turns on and it reverts to the previous mode that you were in. So basically, this dial here allows you to change the color or the effect. So for example, if I was here, you can see this allows me to change this hue, and here I'm changing the hue, and you can see as I continue to move, it's changing the color because the hue there. And if I press this button in again, it allows me to change the saturation, and you can see as we move the dials how this is changing. And if I press that button again, it goes back to there, and I can always change the brightness from 1% to about 100% right there. Now these are the buttons. If you want to jump in large increments right here on this dimmer, if you press it in, it jumps to 50%, you press it again 75, you press it again 100, and then it jumps back to 0, 25, 50, 75, 100, and back to 0 right there. Now here you have a DC connection point that you can get, and this can be purchased separately from Tolifo, and you do have a USB-C connection port because it does by default come with a USB-C cable that you can use to charge the battery. Like I mentioned, the battery is supposed to give you about 66 minutes of internal usage, and at the same time you can see some other buttons that we have here. So you do have different effects that you can basically set your light to, and if we change here, you can see the effects are going to vary from 1 all the way to 20 different effects. And if you press this section here, you have the ability to switch off the fan. If you press it again, it turns on the fan. This takes you to the hue saturation mode, and here it takes you to a max set that you would have set right there. So that's basically the controls that this light comes with. On the mobile phone application, you can download the Link Light application, and once you've downloaded it, it will come up like this, and it shows you how you can basically be able to change the light. It's pretty easy. Right here you can change the intensity, and this section allows you to change the magenta and green, and at the same time you can see here if you want to choose a specific color, you can go there and choose which color you want. If you want to go and choose a specific GAL color or industry sodium, you can see the different presets that you have right here, and at the same time you can see RCOs right here that you can select. And the section that I want to show you right here are these effects that you're seeing. So just keep in mind that the lights might flash periodically. So if we were to increase our intensity right here, you can see the first effect is called pulse, just to mimic like a beating heart. First effect, pulse. The second is called lightning. This is called TV. This is called fault bulb, and you have like paparazzi right there. You have SOS. If you want a cop car, you can choose a cop car, and you can choose the speed at which the effects continue to take effect right there. So if you put it to like speed 9, which is the maximum, and then increase the brightness or the intensity right here, you can see how it looks. If I was to go all the way to 100, this is how it looks. Probably blinding, but yeah, you get the idea that this comes with so many effects. But if you're going to be using it like me as your main key light, you want to go to the white section here, and you want to select, we have like different presets. So if I was to turn on this light like this, I would just go, it's so bright, you know, even for 100 watts it's actually pretty bright. So if I was to go to this section and go, you can see here you have all the way from 2700K, and you can take it all the way to 6500K right there, and you have presets that you can use. This is the one that I was using to record this video, the 65K, because this mimics just actual daylight, and the percentage that I was using as I was talking or recording my aero was actually like 6%, because it was close to my face and it's pretty bright. So this is the app controls. If you wanted to like use it to mimic different music rhythm or games or romance, you can do that. And at the same time, you can see here you can set a timer delay for this, and the light will turn off automatically after the countdown timer transpires. And if you want to turn it off, you can turn it off like this. Basically, that's about it for me when it comes to the product that you are looking at with this Tolifo PL 100 RGB light. Very affordable and very portable. Let me know if you like this video, and at the same time if you are interested in checking it out and other accessories that they have for this light. I will leave a link to the site and this product in the description of this video. And just to let you know who I think this light is good for, I think this light is good for content creators such as myself who are looking for something on a budget. Like a light like this is very good. And at the same time, if you are a content creator or a photographer, videographer who's always on the move and wants a light that has battery and you can hold easily with your palm to be able to light different sets, this is a pretty good light. As you can see from the product itself, it looks really good. And at the same time, I also think this is a very good light for content creators that have a very small space where they can't afford to have big diffusers or big soft boxes. or even if you're recording in a closet. As you can see, the diffuser works really good. The fan is really silent. My mic is not being able to pick it up. So if you're working with limited space, then definitely this is a light to go for. So that's about it for me when it comes to this Tolifo PL 100 light and how I set up my studio and lighting. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe down below. Peace.